Everyone was excited from different departments and wanted to help out. So we had obviously we had to have buy-in from exhibits because they were the guys who were going to build it. And then also working with exhibits was our explainer department. And so we've gone over and talked with them during the building of the catapult and really started to work out exactly what information do we want to share with our audiences, what information is going to be really interesting for them, being able to kind of think about how we're going to interpret this for the public.
When it actually happens, the higher you are, the better it's going to appear, because you get to see it actually taking off, and you get to see stuff landing on top of the hill.
We're here with Sukram Ramzaroop, Supervisor of Visitor Interactions, and we're going to be talking about the catapult demonstration. So Sukram, why don't you tell us, how was the process like of researching the educational content for coming up with the demonstration?
Well, the first thing I had to do is kind of look into catapults again. You know, you think about it when you're a younger kid, you see all these movies, and you have a certain conception of it. And I just want to kind of bring it all the way back and start off with what we think of when we think of catapults, kind of the very old days, and kind of give it that change and say, you know what, it might be something you think about in the old days, but this was actually used pretty recently. World War I, they were putting hand grenades into catapults and just sending them out there to kind of really get the distance that they were wanting to get. As you start to look into it and learn more about the catapult, you start to see that there are different types of catapults. What kind of catapult are we using? We're actually using a special type called the trebuchet, which works differently than what we're accustomed to thinking of when we think of catapults. I had to look into it, see how it works, what parts to it, what changes in the trebuchet would cause with the projectile that's kind of coming out of it. You can take trajectory, you can take acceleration, you can take energy. There's all sorts of things you can take out of it and learn. And you know, we're going to teach that. But something that I would really hope that they get from it is just the fact that here is something created 2,400 years ago. And to this day, seeing something go flying 300 feet is just awesome. So if they could just go and say, this is awesome, I'd be pretty happy about it.
Along with the explainer leadership team, Family Programs has given a lot of thought to the kind of information to be delivered in our catapult programs.
And so I feel like that's a question you probably will get from families like, wait, I heard that Archimedes invented it. And he didn't exactly invent it, but he did make improvements on it.
To the point where it's at the top of its rise, right before it falls, it has potential energy. It's not moving, but it could move at any second. And so it's stored energy ready to go. It's potential energy. And then when it goes, it's kinetic energy.
There's something called elasticity. So if I stretch and I let go, what happens to it?
It hurts. It's not myself.
What happens to the rubber band?
The rubber band returns to its
original shape. So something with elasticity tends to return to its shape when manipulated or...
So what we want to do next with our catapult is be more accurate. So what we have here is our little mini version of a catapult.
Thanks for watching our third installment in our catapult series. Be sure to catch our next installment where we'll take a look at what the digital learning department has been working on in this exciting month of programs here at the New York Hall of Science.